You've heard our callers. Lots of different and varied red flags. Someone says if a man doesn't bath twice a day, that's a red flag. Men who blow their nose in the morning, red flag. Women who have locks on their phones, red flag. So, I mean, first of all, I'm sure you have your own list of red flags. But maybe you'd like to comment a bit on what our audience have shared with us. Which of them are real red flags? Which of them are just, problems to be addressed?
Thank you very much. That's so true. I listened and I was smiling right here. People clearing their throats in a certain way in the morning. Somebody going to wash his hand in the kitchen and not cleaning the dishes.
Yes.
There are red flags. Everybody's red flag is different depending on what they want from a relationship.
Yeah.
So I would say there are more important issues. There are other things that I have heard mentioned that could be trashed out through communication, proper conversation between the two persons. And where there is a desire for peace at home in the future, you need to give a listening ear to some of the things that the person may have to offer or probably bring up to the table for conversations. But I would run through a few other things that I think are very important, which I didn't hear them mention.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and do that?
Yes, of course.
Yes. I didn't hear most of them talk about abuse in relationship, and this is key. This is a major red flag. Abusive behavior or aggression. Never enter or settle in relationship with anybody who is abusive. It may not even be physical, verbal, emotional, psychological. Why? Because they destroy people's self-esteem. And you need self-esteem to be able to parent your children. When once you lose what makes you because of how the other person treats you, then you've jeopardized your relationship and even marriage at the end. And then there is another bit I didn't hear. So they were trying to say, but it wasn't straightforward. So let me clarify that. And that has to do with what do you call it? Dishonesty, lack of transparency, frequent lying. You catch a person and the person, smuggles out of your hand. You've got to be very careful. Once somebody begins to dabble into things that you can't trust, you've got to pause and then ask yourself whether it's worth the trouble getting into that relationship. There are people that they will receive a call. The network is very good, but because they know who is calling is somebody that will raise question marks. Oh, the network is very bad. The network, they run into the toilet. They run into the... No. Dishonesty and lying is something you should never tolerate, because that will certainly bring distrust to the relationship tomorrow, and trust is one of the fundamental pillars in marriage. Then there is these toxic behaviors, manipulation, gaslighting, narcissistic tendencies. Don't do that. People who abuse you and pretend they don't know they're abusing you. They manipulate you. They manipulate to get their ends. And you are watching and you are thinking you are in love. You are in death. You are not in love. Don't ever compromise on those levels. Those are unhealthy lifestyles that you should really be wary of. Otherwise, what you condone in this relationship may be the reason why you die early in marriage, or probably become a very different person. There is this other one I didn't hear come out very clearly. Constant put downs, frequent criticisms, subtle or passive aggression that will affect. I mentioned self-esteem before. You are always put down. They don't introduce you to friends. They are ashamed of you. They think you don't measure up. You are not projected anywhere. It's like everything that concerns you should be kept in the inner chambers. Don't do that. You may tolerate it during relationship, but in marriage, you will suffer a great deal. So don't allow that. Frequently, it's like everything you say, there is always a pin that they are pinching to make you think that you don't think straight, you are not intelligent, you are not good enough, you are not beautiful enough, you are not handsome enough. But they come back to you for what they want to gain. They take advantage of that, over esteeming you and making you feel like you are a part of their life and you should be valued, respected, and projected as somebody who is an integral part of your life. Then there is another one I didn't hear said maybe in the bid to express themselves, it didn't come out very clearly. Unwillingness to compromise that brings in consideration. They are inconsiderate to your needs. They are just unwilling to compromise. Unless the thing bothers on them, they are not going to bend backward. You know that this person is stingy. He's not stingy because he doesn't want to help. No, he's stingy because he's self-centered and self-opinionated and it's only about his or herself. Don't go there. That's a red flag. Then there's a caveat to this. There are people who are overly dependent in relationship. They are like parasites. They eat off you. It came out. That is a very dangerous sign because then the person feels incapacitated. He said, "You can't. Life is so stressful that you can't carry yourself and carry another person to 100%." So anybody who is overly dependent, be wary of such a person because we all have potentials to make progress and to achieve things. But if you are thinking that most, especially women, have this tendency, they think that their hair should be sponsored by a man, their nails, their shoes, their food, their this. No, you don't do that. You're going to kill the man before time. Whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. It's not to go and carry a whole burden that will crush you because life already is stressful. So these things should be looked into. Every woman listening to me, please put value on yourself. Put value on yourself. Come as a support to your man. I know that seasons are different. You may not have all it takes now, but let there be an effort towards you wanting to upgrade yourself and becoming better so you can help out also. Then another red flag, even as I've said that, are stingy men. You see this man is stingy. You are still hanging around and supporting. You are supporting a stingy, lazy man. I don't know how long you'll carry that burden. Don't do that. But all of this doesn't mean that you destroy the relationship or break the relationship immediately. There are ways of handling and seeing whether changes could come. There is also another one that is extremely very important to be considered. Disrespectful behavior. Nothing kills a person than disrespect. And people have to understand that the respect must be mutual. But for a man, the core desire of every man, including the sons we give birth to, is respect. When you disrespect a man, you emasculate him. That doesn't mean that the man should not respect the woman, but it's key ingredients in a man's wiring. And then if you also doesn't show affection to a woman, then it's a red flag for that woman. Because the wiring of the woman is to receive affection, is to receive love. And if that is not being shown or given, it's a red flag. Okay? And there's another thing I'll also mention. Difficulty in communication. Communication is to the relationship what blood is to the body. If you are in a relationship, you can't talk freely. You can't share your feelings, your aspirations, your dreams, your goals, your fears, your emotions, your everything. It's a red flag. Because you may condone it now, but in marriage, you are just the two of you and you need to talk. There are people who are in relationship with people that when they want to express their opinion, it's like they are walking on eggshells. They are afraid to express it. Those are red flags. Communication is so key. Very, very key. Very key. Don't neglect it. Don't ignore it because it will come back to you in ways that you never thought. Unhealthy communication too is very dangerous. It's a red flag. Unhealthy relation and communication has to do with people who talk, they talk carelessly. They don't mind the language they use. And after they come back and say, I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't retract the negativity that was expressed. So you've got to be very careful. Okay? And then there's another red flag I didn't hear at all. Being in relationship with a person who doesn't have friends. Don't think that the person is conservative or withdrawn. No. If a person doesn't have friends, it doesn't mean they have to go all out. No. But they should be long-lasting friends. Because if a person is not the friend type, even if it's just one, it may connote that the person lacks social skills, has difficult personality, or has negative view of other people. So all these things you've got to check out. Hey, I don't have any friend. I'm not a friend type. No, we don't want you to be a friend type. The friendship will make us know whether you can manage relationship.
this is quite a fantastic list. You've given us 10 red flags. The first one was abusive behavior. Dishonesty was the second one. 3, manipulation or gaslighting. 4 was constant put downs, keeping you a secret or making you feel like you're not good enough. 5 was being unwilling to compromise, being unwilling to compromise. And then number 6 was being overly dependent, a parasite, always expecting your bills and everything to be carried by your partner. Number 7 was stingy men. Number 8, disrespectful behavior, which for a man emasculates him. Number 9 was difficulty in communication, having to walk on eggshells around your partner, or unhealthy communication, talking anyhow. And then number 10, a person who doesn't have friends. Mama Cass, you've given us rich gold to mine on this red flags topic.
Let me add one before you go. Let me add one. This one is very important. Anybody who doesn't show support for you in relationship, support. It may not be money, moral support. There are people that no matter the successes you are making, you share it with them. Oh, okay. You will die inside that marriage because they are either jealous of you or envious of you. And such people are destructive. They can kill you because something just happened in the UK, I think this week, where one of the highly paid schools, I learned the school fees in that school for children is £42,000. And they hired this woman as the head of the school. And the husband woke up and shot their 7-year-old daughter and shot himself.
Huh?
There are people who cannot stand to see you lifted. I'm not sure whether it's this week, but I saw the video and the pictures. Let me not be, but you can look it up. One of the highly prestigious schools in the UK.
Wow.
So a person who doesn't support, celebrate your successes, celebrate your goals, celebrate anything. You mention the things that God has helped you to achieve, and the person just ignores and then, passingly, makes a comment that shows that they are not even interested. And you are there, you say you are in love. You are in death. They're waiting for your death sentence.
Wow. So to be clear, Mama Cass, these are red flags from which a person must run. Not, try and solve it.
Fly away, don't run, just fly.
Fly. I love it. Mama Cass, listen, I can't thank you enough for your time with us. We really, really appreciate it. These are deep insights. No doubt you have helped some people who may have been wondering where they stand in their budding relationships. God bless you for that.